Therapists, what made you hate a client? I had a client, we'll call her Diana, who at first seemed like any other high-achieving, overwhelmed woman in her early 30s. She said she was there for burnout and relationship troubles. She was articulate, dressed immaculately, and cried within 5 minutes of our first session. Textbook vulnerability. I felt for her. Week after week, she detailed her grievances, her cold and ungrateful fiancé, her narcissistic boss, her lazy coworkers, her overly dependent sister. Every person in her life, she claimed, was a leech, and she, the martyr. But slowly, inconsistencies began to surface. She'd claim someone had betrayed her trust, then later reveal she'd been secretly recording them just in case. She'd accuse her fiancé of emotional neglect, then admit she installed a GPS tracker on his car after he came home late once. There was a pattern of subtle cruelty she never fully owned. Like how she'd accidentally mention her coworkers' weight gain in front of others, or how she'd give her sister backhanded gifts, like a gym membership, unasked for. But what really pushed me into something close to hate? It was how she weaponized therapy. One day, she came in smiling, said she and her fiancé had a fight, but she won. When I asked what she meant, she pulled out a printout of my words. "You said this in our third session," she told me. I quoted it to him. It shut him down completely. You should have seen his face. She was using my clinical observations, taken wildly out of context, as ammunition. That wasn't a one-time incident. She began cherry-picking therapeutic language to frame others as toxic or abusive, using the authority of my license as justification. My therapist said I'm right became her new weapon, and no matter how often I corrected her, she'd twist it again later. Therapy wasn't about growth for her. It was about winning. The worst part? She was good at it. If you didn't look closely, she could pass for a victim every time. But in her wake, she left confused, shamed, broken people who trusted her, loved her, and slowly lost themselves trying to meet her impossible standards. I ended treatment when it became clear I was enabling the very behavior she refused to examine. It wasn't a moral panic or dramatic blowout. It was quiet, careful, clinical. But yes, I hated her. Not because she was cruel, but because she knew she was cruel, and convinced herself she was righteous.